Well, the stage is set. We know what we have to do. Let's not bottle it like we did last season, shall we? Hello there and welcome to Season 3, Episode 9 of Let's Go Hammers. I'm StuBo. Thank you very much for joining me in today's episode. I'm talking really quickly because I just want to get into this game against Arsenal. Since you were last with me, not a lot has happened. In fact, nothing has happened, in fact. We've accelerated from that game to this game. The plan for this episode, we are going to aim to play as many matches as are required to win the title. We could do it in this game against Arsenal. If not, we've got a game against Chelsea. If somehow we haven't done it by then, we've got a game at the end of the season against Aston Villa. You'd like to think we'd be able to get a result from at least one of those games. By a result, what I mean, if I quickly show you the table, is this. So, we're currently on 90 points from 35 games. Liverpool have played 2 games more than us and are 2 points behind. Manchester United have played 1 game more than us and are 5 points behind. So this is the situation. We need 2 points. Just 2 points to guarantee the Premier League. If we get 1 point, it goes to goal difference. And at the moment, Liverpool are better than us. Manchester United are not that far behind. So we don't want to trust that. From these 3 games, 2 points win us the title. No pressure. I mean, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. I mean, the other thing is, when you look at the teams who we've got to play, those teams are Arsenal, Chelsea and Aston Villa. Now, Aston Villa, they're doing all right. They are in 10th place, mid-table Villa, as you'd expect. Dean Smith doing a good job in this alternate universe. Chelsea, they're in 11th. They're not having such a good season, but they're still a very, very good team. Arsenal are currently 4th. I've already looked at that one. And Tammy Abraham has come in, and he is the 2nd top scorer in the league, the 2nd best player in the league, and has the 2nd most man of the matches in the league as well. So they have got some talent. However, things in our advantage. We're at home against Arsenal and Chelsea. Things against our advantage, they're Arsenal and Chelsea. So we're taking nothing for granted in this game. We're in our, weirdly, our worst run of form the entire season with those 2 losses there. But we've then won our last 3 on the bounce as well, including 2 incredible results against Borussia Dortmund and a great win against Man City. So, the fingers are crossed. The fingers are crossed. So, as I said, we're going to try and just see what happens. If we have to play 3 games, we have to play 3 games. If we win the title in the Arsenal game, I will probably show you one of the 2 final games, or we'll put the FA Cup final in this episode as well. I haven't fully decided exactly what we're going to do. I'll get to that point if we get to it. If we get to that bit, it's a luxury. But for now, I'm focused on this. And this is the 11 that we're hoping is going to help us win the Premier League. Sorry, just did a very, very quick positional and tactical tweak. So this is the team we're going to be playing against Arsenal with. And hopefully this is the team that can win us the Premier League, which is nuts for me to say in the 3rd season, but if you saw my Villa save on Twitch in FN21, you'll know that I have form for this sort of thing. So, this is the 11. Lafont is in goal. Livramento, Mancini, Zuma and Christiansen in defence. Soucek and Rice in midfield with Madueke, Hadji and Zakarian supporting Alvarez up front. Declan Rice is injured, but it's only a bruised shin, so it's fine. We've given him an injection just to try and make sure he gets through the game. Even if he gets hurt in this game and is out for a little bit longer, it will only be 3 days. So I'm not too worried about the fact that we've done that. The only player who is missing out completely is Luka Ivanisevic, who is still out between, it's up to 4 weeks. So he's probably done for the season, if we're being completely honest. I don't think he'll be back for the Champions League final. Again, that still blows my mind that I'm saying that. But if the FM gods are indeed a thing, hopefully they're looking down on this save and they are going to give us that little bit of luck that we need. We've made our own luck all season. The fact that we've kept up with a fantastic Manchester United and Liverpool side, the fact that we've kept up with those teams the way we have and are actually bettered them up until this point blows my mind. So without any further ado, let's do it, shall we? We've done everything we can. We did a team meeting that went down very well. We've praised conduct, we've praised form, we've praised training. Oh, and it all comes down to this. It all comes down to this. Can we get past Arsenal and get the 2 points from this game that we need? Obviously, 3 points. You know what I mean? No, we only need 2 of them. Give the one away if we want to, but we need we need 2 points, which means if we win this game, we do it. It's all we need. It's all we want. And we know we have it in us to beat Arsenal. But we also know Arsenal are a very good team. They've got a very, very good goal scorer in the form of Tammy Abraham, who was coming out from the right there, which was a little bit concerning. But we do have to be mindful of Tammy. We do need to be mindful of their entire team because they have got talents. But then so have we. We have shown that we have got a very young, hungry, talented squad who aren't just potential. They're living to that potential now. It's scary to think of how good this team would be in 5 seasons' time. Zakarian is in here, and Arsene Zakarian, who's been one of the finds of the season, signed him last year, sent him back out on loan, brought him into the team this year. Initially regretted the decision because we didn't think he'd play. He's played far more than we thought. He has been fantastic. And nearly had a chance there. Mancini's there, but Ramsdale makes the save. Ball comes out to Hadji. Hadji going to try and get the ball back to someone. Gets it all the way back to Kurt Zouma. Zouma now going to try and recycle possession. Goes all the way back to Christiansen. And Christiansen going to try and make something happen down his left-hand side. Gets to Zakarian. Zakarian back to Christiansen. Christiansen, he has got Rice with him. He kind of finds him. Gets it into Soucek. Thomas Soucek has got a spectacular goal in him. But he gives the ball away. But Declan Rice wins it back. Hadji now to Alvarez. Goes for the worldie. And we know he's got a worldie in him. And it's just over the bar. And we start this match very well indeed. But we need to keep it up for 90 minutes. And that is the thing. Can we do that? Can we do that? Against an Arsenal team who have got a lot of talent in there. Declan Rice does brilliantly there, by the way. He wants to lift the Premier League trophy, doesn't he? You can just tell. Verratti now for Arsenal. Gets it to Smith Rowe. Rabiot. It's all the way back to Gabriel. Hopefully, there's not a sucker punch to come in this season. Hopefully, everything goes how we need it to. Christiansen does well to get there. Mancini gets it back to Lafont. Lafont launches it long. Meant to be on short distribution. He's not. He's clearly not doing that. But I think that's a thing in Football Manager. You put it on short distribution, it doesn't happen. Madueke playing on the right-hand side, looking to get the ball in. Gets it to Soucek. Soucek goes for the worldie. I've seen him score one from there before. For a moment, I thought we might be seeing it happen. We haven't seen it happen. And it remains 0-0. Liverpool are 3 goals ahead at Everton. They are absolutely pumping them. So that's the other thing as well. Needing 2 points, that was completely reliant on Liverpool and Man United continuing to win. If either of them drop points, they're out of the title race. They can't afford to drop points at all. Manchester United or Liverpool. It doesn't look like Liverpool will. We'll have a look, if we can, at how Manchester United are doing. They're playing later tonight against Chelsea, our next opponents. That's a huge, huge game. But it's not as big as this one, and we go in half-time 0-0. We have been the better team, but Arsenal have come into it. We're going to point the finger. We're going to say that one. We've motivated everyone with that one. A little bit worried about Julian Alvarez. A little bit worried about Thomas Soucek. In fact, Soucek's going to come off, I think. I'm not very happy with how he's done so far. I didn't want to do that, actually. There we go. We're going to bring Yuri Tielemans on. Bit of creativity in the midfield. We're going to just go for it, I think. We're just going to go for it. Tielemans can come on. He can do a job there. He's solid enough defensively. Let's give him a shout. Let's give him a chance. We have been the better team so far, but we need to start taking our chances and making them pay. Ramsdale clears the ball long. Christiansen heads it down to Zakarian. Gets it into Alvarez. Alvarez looking for support. Gets it back to Christiansen on the left wing, who's going to try and whip the ball in or find someone behind him. He does whip it in, looking for Madueke. Madueke's there, and he's hit the crossbar. Is it going to be one of those games? Christiansen, by the way, up until then, was having a shocking game. Zuma's not having a good game either, so we might need to keep an eye on both of those guys. Oh, it's a poor pass from Zouma, but we've been bailed out. Oh, have we been bailed out there? Big ball up, Zakarian gets to Hadji. Hadji tries to get to Alvarez. Alvarez nicks enough for Gabriel, and Julian Alvarez makes it 1-0 in the 55th minute. And we might be winning the title in this match. We might be doing it now. Zakarian wins the header. Hadji gets the ball. It's a poor pass from him, but Gabriel, with a really poor touch, Alvarez sneaks in behind, steals it, and the man who I kept saying we might not be getting the best out of him, the man who kept going anonymous, who kept not scoring, but then would come back and prove me wrong. He's proven me wrong again towards the end of the season. He's pushed Brenner out of the side, and we lead through him but it's not over yet. It's only 1 goal, and immediately that man who I mentioned beforehand, Tammy Abraham, has equalised. So we do need to be careful. We do need to be careful. Smith Rowe gets it to Rabiot. Rabiot out wide to Tomiyasu. And it's Abraham over on this left-hand side. He's clearly changed position. And all of a sudden, Arsenal are back in it. We are still playing better than they are. However, it's not as not as far away as it was for Arsenal to potentially win this game. Again, 2 points will do it. 1 point's very helpful. But 2 points is what we really need. And a win here just gets it all out of the way. Right, Kurt Zuma's had a shocker. Issa Diop is coming on. We're going to move him and Mancini around. Mancini's not had a bad game. And we'll leave the final substitution for now. We're going to, if we haven't already done it, we're going to go narrow. I'm a little bit worried about how much space is in the middle. So we are going to go narrow. And we're going to see if that helps in any way. Hopefully it does. Just force the players from Arsenal outside a little bit more. We're going to demand more from our boys as well. And we have a throw in. Christiansen. And an okay game. Gets to Mancini. Mancini over to Declan Rice, who, considering he's got a little bit of a knock, has done really well here. And the ball is now forward to Alvarez, who's out wide, which is not ideal. Gets it to Zakarian. Back to Alvarez. Chips it over. Looking for Madueke. Into Ianis Hadji. And Hadji had the chance. I would have bet everything on Hadji burying that. I've seen him get some important goals, not just in this save, but in other ones as well. Hadji went for a worldie there as well. We've managed to win the ball off Arsenal. Zakarian is in. Zakarian nearly has the chance as well. Oh, my word. What is happening in this game? Right, final substitution. What do? We have got some tired boys out here, so we really need to think about this. I know it's a huge call, but we're going 2 up top. Sesko is coming on. He has scored some goals for us. He's coming on as a target forward, which is not his ideal position. He prefers to be an advanced forward. But I have faith in him. Gives us a bigger aerial presence up front. Someone who might be able to get on the end of the ball and get it in the back of the net. We might not need it, though, because Julian Alvarez, that man again. I'm going to lose my voice because I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. It's his 30th goal of the season in all competitions. It's a Zakarian corner. Diop flicks it on. We've seen a couple of these goals this season, and Alvarez is lurking at the back post. 2-1. And as it stands, we're going to be lifting the Premier League in this match. Oh, my word. Boys, oh, I'm proud of you. Zakarian's in. Is he going to make it 3? He does make it 3. Arsene Zakarian, that man who has had the best season for a youngster. He has been so good for us. And that might be the one that just confirms it, that just seals everything. Tielemans gets it out wide to Declan Rice. I say out wide, in the middle. And Declan Rice is the man who finds him. An assist for the captain. And it's 3-1 at the London Stadium. And West Ham United might just be looking to lift the Premier League. We are going to slow things down a bit. We have got another game to come. But it almost doesn't matter at this point. We're thinking about things that I didn't think we'd need to think about resting players and stuff. And somehow, some way, in this incredible save, in this incredible season, we've done it. We've actually gone and done it. West Ham United, Premier League winners. I am so glad we went one more year. So very glad. We've done it. And we've done it in style. That's a big one. That's a big one. Wow. Apologies, by the way, if I sound blocked up. I am a little bit blocked up today, which is not ideal. What a performance that was. Genuinely. Wow. Julian Alvarez with 2 goals. Zakarian got 1 as well. Diop and Rice with a couple of assists as well. We've turned up where it's mattered. And we've won the Premier League. In 3 seasons, we've taken West Ham from a mid-table team with talent and aspirations of better things. But we've taken them from that to a regular Champions League team who have just won their first Premier League title. What utter madness is that? Absolutely fantastic. Outstretched arms. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, you can look a bit happier about it, boys. Oh, never mind. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I genuinely thought this would go down to the final match of the season. I genuinely did. It hasn't, though. Hasn't needed to. Liverpool did their bit. It'll be interesting to see how Manchester United get on against Chelsea. But, wow, our best ever Premier League finish. We've done the double as well. We won the Carabao Cup earlier in the season. We've still got 2 trophies to play for as well, which is baffling to me. Absolutely baffling. Diop's happy. The board are delighted. Devonshire's happy. Great. I'm happy for him. Board are happy again. Everyone's happy. Declan Rice is injured, only out for a day. And Julian Alvarez deserves the biggest pat on the head that I can give him. Wow. We could show you the Chelsea game. We could show you the Aston Villa game. I'm actually genuinely thinking we don't do that. And we go straight to the FA Cup final. We're going to play those games off camera. We're going to squeeze the FA Cup final into this episode. And then next episode, what you're going to see is a Champions League final special, along with a season and series review. I think that's going to be the best way to do it. So, bear with me, and we're going to get through to the FA Cup final. Don't go anywhere. Okay, we are back, and we're ready for the FA Cup final. But before we get to that, I might have upset a couple of players. Souček, Armada, Mancini and Saleh. Brenner was already unhappy. They're all unhappy because we've not completely done what we said with them. I kind of forgot about this a little bit, if I'm being honest. I agreed I would play them in specific positions. For Souček, it was ball-winning midfielder. Now, to be honest, he's played a lot of football as a ball-winning midfielder, so I don't completely know what he's complaining about. However, he's not overly happy with the fact that he's not been playing as a ball-winning midfielder. Thiago Almada, the same. As you can see, he has played as the advanced playmaker that he wants to, but not actually that often. I mean, he played for it a bunch here, and then we just kind of used him here, there, and everywhere, really. So I kind of understand why they're a little bit unhappy. Gianluca Mancini wants to play as a ball-playing defender, sorry. And as you can see, we've played him kind of as that, but also as a central defender as well. So maybe we've upset some of these lads a little bit. Umar Saleh as well. I think he wants to be a ball-playing defender, and we've played him predominantly as a central defender. That is completely my bad, if I'm being completely honest with you. So we've managed to kind of rectify the situation with a bunch of promises. Brendan, I can't remember what his promise was. Not going to tell me, is it? Yeah, but I think we just said we'd let him go if a decent fee came in. So that is a bit of a backdrop for the game against Chelsea in the FA Cup final. It is what it is. We will do our best with it. We've rectified the situation mostly. Everyone else in the squad is absolutely delighted. Oh, that's another thing as well, actually. Games that we played at the end of the season. Chelsea, we beat them 1-0. Glorious stuff. Yuri Tielemans scored not one of his more spectacular goals, but a goal nonetheless. He did a good job. And then in the final game of the season, we played against Aston Villa. We drew against Aston Villa. Harvey Elliott getting a goal, a rare goal for him with the season that he's had. We started Ahmed Al-Turk as well, gave him a start in the final game of the season, as we did Mark Noble, which I thought was a nice moment. And we saw the season out with a draw away from home. I'll be honest with you, that could have been a lot worse, so I'll take that. But the focus is on the FA Cup, our second FA Cup final in as many seasons, and this is the 11 we're hoping can bring the trophy home. It's Lafont in goal, Livramento, Diop, Zuma and Christiansen in defence, with Tielemans and Rice in the midfield, Madueke, Almada and Sakarian up there supporting Alvarez up front. We beat Chelsea in the last league game of the season, the second to last league game of the season, and I don't know, maybe we win the trophy. If we do, it's pretty ridiculous. We'll have had a domestic treble this season with a Champions League final to go. I don't know how we've got to this point this season, but you know what? I'm not going to complain. Let's get into the game, and let's see if we can bring another trophy home. Here we go. I've got my suit on. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go for this. Chelsea, not in the best of form towards the end of the season. We're in pretty spectacular form, it has to be said. I forgot to mention as well, Livramento and Madueke called up to the full England squad in the summer. I think we're in 2024, I want to say. So that is the Euros, I think. So they've been called up to the Euro squad. I don't think Madueke has had a single call-up. Livramento might have had one or two. But absolutely fantastic. No place whatsoever for Jared Bowen. We nearly go straight ahead there. Mendy having to collect the ball after it hits the crossbar. But I'm delighted with the fact that they've had call-ups. Hopefully that's not just the initial call-up. Hopefully that is for the full squad. But good to see. Very good to see our players getting into the England setup. But yeah, this is the final. And we've done pretty well in finals so far. But at some point, the luck is going to run out. I do have to point out, I've got a 100% record wearing the suits. The only finals I've not worn a suit for were in my Dortmund save, the last save of FN21. When I did the catch-up episode, I forgot to put the suit on and we lost both of the finals we were involved in. Might not happen here because Noni Madueke, as I've been talking about his England call-up, has just put us ahead in the FA Cup final. We lead Chelsea by 1-0 at Wembley and all of the things are happening for us and they're going very, very well. Rice gets the ball, chips it over, Madueke's there, nods it down, 1-0 West Ham. Game on. I should point out as well, Wembley is also the host of the Champions League final. So we've got a home advantage of that game against Paris Saint-Germain. Don't know if I told you, our opponents in that game are Paris Saint-Germain. But we've started really well here. Chelsea haven't started very badly either. We have just kicked on straight away, kind of caught them napping, and the fact that we're leading is pretty good. Jorginho's having a very, very good game in their midfield. Well, he was. He's not anymore. But yeah, we're hoping that the upset boys aren't going to have too much of an effect on the team. Pulisic is in here. Livramento mistimed his tackle, but Lafont, who had some patchy moments this season, he let in a few sloppy goals, was equal to that chance there. It was a difficult chance for Pulisic, to be fair, but I think I've just said his name two different ways, Pulisic and Pulisic. I don't know which way it is. I feel like it's Pulisic, but I've said both, so yeah. Might do a Google after the match. But Chelsea trying to go back into the game. They're struggling to do that at the moment. And I think we are going to go in at half-time. I'm speaking a bit early there. I thought we might not have another highlight, but we do. Lukaku, weirdly, currently on the left wing. I'm assuming that's not his position. Mount now, running down the left wing as well. Not his normal position. Gets to Lukaku. Lukaku to Jorginho. Looked like Jorginho wanted to set himself up for a shot, but couldn't. Being crowded by our players. Zaniolo has the shot and Lafont tips it just past the goal. It will be a corner to Chelsea towards the end of the half. And they have a chance here. Is there going to be a stinging attack at the end of this half? Possibly not, because that's a clearance. I think it was by Madueke of all people. Not the tallest, not the best in the air, but he did get the clearance. One final highlight in the half, it looks like Mendy's going to have a chance to just boot the ball up the field. Havertz versus Zuma. Zuma wins it, gets to Almada. Almada to Alvarez. Alvarez into Zakarian. Zakarian to Madueke. Is it going to be two? It's not, at least not for now, because the ball is tipped past the post for a corner to us. It's going to be Madueke to take it. He's going to look for the head of Zuma or Diop. Finds Zuma. Zuma hits the post and it's cleared out by, I didn't see who that was actually. Almada now looking to get the ball in. Gets it to Declan Rice instead. Declan Rice tried to get it in, but Kai Havertz is the one who gets the ball instead. It is a foul. Kurt Zuma. Tactical foul, I would suggest. And we do go in at half-time by 1-0. Very close game so far, but we are the better team. We are in the lead and we are hoping we can bring the FA Cup home for the second season in a row. It'll be absolutely insane if we do. Absolutely insane. I'm going to ask the players for more. I'm going to demand a bit more from them. And it seems to have had a good reaction from them. The Chelsea players not looking their happiest, but they had a few chances in this half. They're going to be looking to just spur back into life a little bit, and it's not happened so far. Tielemans has had a shocking game, by the way, so we are going to take him off in uno memento. Mendy with a goal kick, launches the ball upfield. Lukaku versus Zuma. Zuma wins the battle, gets it to Almada. Almada over to Madueke. Madueke, is he going to try and turn provider here? Gets it in. Almada's there, into Alvarez. Alvarez makes it two. And I think the FA Cup might be coming back home to the London Stadium for the second time in as many years, and we might just be on for a domestic treble here in the final season, which is still staggering to me. The fact, the team that we have, the level of player that we have, yes, a lot of them have got potential, yes, a lot of them are pretty good. It staggers me that we have got such a good team that are doing what they are doing. Madueke whips it in, Diop hits the crossbar, and somehow, some way, Alvarez does not convert it to make it 3. It does still stagger me a little bit that with the level that we are playing at. I mean, yes, we've improved the club immeasurably in terms of the backroom team. Coaches are the best in the league. Scouts are not quite there, but the medical team is pretty good. We've invested in facilities, both training and youth. We've invested in junior coaching. We've invested heavily in the squad with young, talented, hungry players. Maybe it shouldn't be a surprise that we're playing as well as we are. Maybe we should actually be looking at it and thinking, well, yeah, this is why we invested as heavily as we have. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way, but I'm still a little bit surprised that we've done as well as we have in this save. I am pretty surprised, but you know what? I'll take it while I can. I've had a pretty good record on Football Manager on YouTube so far. I'm expecting that bubble to burst at some point. I'm going to enjoy the bubble staying fully formed while it is. Jarrod Bowen is in here. Is he going to get his season ending with a good moment? He kind of does. He gets the assist for Julian Alvarez, who makes it 3. The FA Cup is coming home, and I'm pretty happy about it. Jarrod Bowen gets an assist as well. He's had a pretty rough end to the season. Madueke's kind of taken his spot on the right-hand side as Zakarian has emerged. But Alvarez buries it. And Bowen is the man who gets that ball across there. And that makes me smile a little bit. It's a shame Jarrod Bowen is not going to end the save with an England call-up. That would have been the only thing that would have made it a lot better. And we have got one more change to make. I don't really know what to do here. I mean, I'm looking at fitness, thinking of who's going to be... Who's the tiredest player out here who really is going to be starting in the Champions League final? I'm looking at Tino Livramento and I'm thinking he probably would start. So we'll bring James Justin on for the final few minutes. I don't think we have a fourth substitution. If we do, I might take Declan Rice off. No, we don't. Worth a look. I forget which occasions you do get the extra substitution. I think it's usually in extra time, I think, isn't it? But yeah, good job done here. I'm not surprised that we've won the game in a way because we have been that good all season. But I kind of thought now the pressure's off after winning the league. Maybe the team would kind of down tools a little bit. But credit to them. They have managed to keep their heads. They have kept as professional as possible. And they have played a very good game here today. Rice now gets to Christiansen. Inside to Zakarian. Is he going to go for the goal? He did. He's hit it wide though. Not been his day, Arsene Zakarian. But do you know what? It doesn't really matter. He's been fantastic all season. Genuinely didn't expect him to break into the team the way that he has, but he has been pretty fantastic. And we are just getting towards the end of the game here. Mount whips it in. Diop clears it only as far as Mount on that wing, who whips it back in, looks for Hudson-Odoi. Zuma clears it over to the right wing. Jorginho whips it in. Lukaku hits the crossbar, but Pulisic has put it in the back of the net. We're just going to lower everything down a little bit. There's no point in running. There's no point in tiring ourselves out anymore. We might as well see the game out in relative comfort. And Pulisic does get one back for Chelsea. It is too little too late. We're in the final minutes. And we'll just go down to balance for the last couple of seconds. And there is the final whistle. And West Ham United, for the second time in their history... Was it the second time in their history or the third time in their history? I don't know. I forget. My point being, for the second time in the save, that's where I was going with it. We have won the FA Cup. It's Declan Rice to lift the trophy. And we are FA Cup winners yet again. Get in there, boys. Get in there, boys. Second trophy of the episode as well, which is always a nice thing to see. God, we have become the kings of London, haven't we? We genuinely have. West Ham fans, let me know what you think. If West Ham became the kings of London... most successful team in London, let me know how you'd feel about it. I imagine you'd be quite happy. Madueke and Alvarez running the show today. Rice having a good game. Bowen having a good game. Madueke having a great game. Zakarian played well even though he didn't get a goal. I can't be anything other than delighted with that performance. That was absolutely fantastic. The gods have just kind of, I don't know, they've just kind of smiled down on us really. And we've just done really, really well. We got a treble. Have we got? Oh yeah, we have got a treble. I forgot about that. We haven't just done a double. We've done a domestic treble. I mentioned it in the episode. Stu, remember what you say. Goodness me, what a season, and it's not even over yet. We've still got the Champions League final at Wembley against Paris Saint-Germain to come. I imagine that one isn't going to be as easy as that was, but you never know. That's a bit of a problem. Jacob Nightbridge is out with an injury. Wow. The reason this is a problem is because Sergio Rico is not registered in our Champions League squad. So I'm going to give him an injection. It's not necessarily something I want to do, but we're going to give him an injection. We're going to give Julian Alvarez an even bigger pat on the head. Right. We're going to end the episode there. And the next time you see me, I'll probably still be wearing the suit. Not going to lie. I'm going to record that episode immediately. So I'm not going to look any different. But we're going to come out for that game. Then we're going to do a season and series review as well. Tie everything up, tie up all those loose ends. And then might have a little talk about what's going to be coming next on the channel. And yeah. Find something that's going to top this save, because I don't think there's going to be anything. Absolutely staggered. Genuinely staggered. Right. If you've enjoyed today's episode, and how could you not? With 2 trophies won, how could you not enjoy that? Please do leave a like on the video, subscribe, share, all of that lovely stuff. I've been StuBo. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for watching this video and the support on the series so far. Join me for the final episode in the Champions League final and the season and series review. I'll see you then. Take care, and bye-bye for now.